Hey everyone. After putting in all the hard work of identifying what all products that you can come up with respect to written word, with respect to spoken word, your physical products, and the other stuff that we have learned from yesterday's class, what becomes very important at the end of the day is how do you offer that sequence, right? Uh, you have to be able to put in all those products in a such a way that it makes sense for every customer coming into the funnel to understand that yes, this is the kind of sequence that probably would drive them to getting all those additional things that you have been um, offering as a part of your sales funnel. Otherwise, if you just zigzag them and your products and offer is all over the place, your funnel will just fail, right? So a lot of people say, hey, my funnel is failing, I have put in the best of the products. Probably this is the best thing on the planet one could have asked for. But the reason the whole thing is failing is simply because you have put in your products, your offer is all over the place, and that's the reason why your funnel is failing to the core, right? So yesterday, if you have watched the class, we talked about four different things that you can think as a part of your offers stacking, right? So we talked about the written word, which has things like your ebooks, your plrs, which is your private label rights. You can think of the public domain books which were published before 1923. We talked about licensing. Looked at one of the examples from clickbank where someone who has already put in all the work but their products are not being sold, so you can just go knock their door and say, hey, I'm interested in taking up your offer, but can you license it out so that I can add it as a part of my offer? So you can do a lot of this stuff. And when it comes to spoken word, it can be interviews. You can design your own training program. You can go and set up a mastermind. You can do a lot of search with respect to getting the right kind of videos from YouTube if you're trying to figure out something very specific that you want to offer to your audience. When it comes to physical products, it can be a physical book. It can be one of the products that you are probably shipping out in your e-commerce. It can be any physical product, and the other stuff can be your private Facebook group. It can be a phone call with you. It can be a Skype with you. Anything which is a non-tangible product that you can offer as a part of your other stuff. So these are all the things that you have to sit down. If you have not watched yesterday's video, I would request you to go back, watch yesterday's video so that you understand what I'm talking in this current video. So once you have done all that exploration of all the products that can come under each of those things, the written word, the spoken word, the physical products, and the other stuff, now it is time for you to sequence the offer, right? Sequencing is so important simply because, let's say, if we looked at the previous videos in the pre-training week last week, we talked about how imagining a situation where you walk into a supermarket, you're going for camping. So when you go and tell, hey, I'm looking for products related to camping, the executive kind of holds your hands, which is essentially how the funnels are to be designed. He takes you into the first product what you're looking for, which is, let's say, the grill, right? And then once you understand that this is probably the best grill that you wanted to, and then really bought the best grill out there, then he talks about the best kind of charcoal, because that's what goes into the grill, right? And then we talk about hot dogs, we talk about some other things that you would carry to your camping site. So there is the sequence, right? So it's just not like, there is grill, then there is hot dogs, then there is shoes, then there is bag. It's not random. There is a nice sequence, and that's what is going through the customer's mind, right? So the moment I say grill, then probably I'm thinking of, hey, I think the next one should logically be the coal that goes into it. Then probably the hot dogs that I'm going to barbecue on that. Maybe a sauce that goes with my hot dogs. Maybe something else. So there is a really a logical sequence of products that you might be thinking when you're in a situation like that, if you are in the shoes of that customer, right? So your offer sequence is no different. You have to assume that there are humans coming to your funnel, because there are humans who are actually coming to your funnel. You have to pretend that there are these humans which are coming into your funnel. So you just can't be thinking like there is traffic coming to your funnel and you can sequence it any which way you want, right? So that's not the whole thing that we are trying to do here. You are offering it for humans because The traffic is nothing but humans who are visiting your funnel to buy something which is on offer from your end. So this is exactly what you have to do when you are looking at the offer. I'll just pull up this image for you so that it is that more understanding. So if you see on to your top left, this is offer sequencing. So we have the written word, so you have all those things that you have identified. Then there is spoken word, there are all the things that you have identified: your interviews, your training programs, your masterminds, your inner circle. It can be anything where there is audio and video as a part of it, right? And there are physical products, then there is the other stuff. So once you are done with identifying all of that stuff, you then start putting your offer together. So on the bottom you see that the first thing on your funnel, before in fact you get into the funnel, you run a Facebook ad, your Google ad, or whatever it is, what that is what people see, right? So the first page where people land once they click on your advertisement is called a squeeze page. So when they come on the squeeze page, you have something which is very irresistible. That can be one of the components from here. It need not be written one, it need not be just a spoken one as it is, or physical product. It can be a free plus shipping offer, it can be a video that you want to show them in exchange for their email ID. It can be a phone call. Generally in the funnel world, people won't recommend you to put in anything that comes in direct contact with you as your first offer, but it can always be an ebook, it can be a spoken word, it can be a physical product, one of these three. And you then ask them to download that or put an order if it's a free plus shipping, where they are just taking care of the shipping as such. And then you move them to what is called the next page, which is the sales page, or a OTO, or a one time offer page. On that, you talk about thanking them for downloading that page or that book on the squeeze page that you have offered them. And then you start putting in all the other products from all these four items that you see on the top, and then create another offer for that sales page, and let's say you price that as $37. Once you are done with doing that, you then go back to another page, which is the upsell page. So you again talk about how they have made the right decision of getting all those offers on the sales page for $37, and something which is very valuable than what they already bought on the sales page. You again select all of those from the written word, spoken word, the physical products, and the other stuff. And then you probably stack your offer in such a way that it is probably a $197 product. So this is how you have to sequence your offer, so that you are making optimal conversion of your funnel steps. And then people also find everything that you are offering very logical. It just makes sense for them, right? They are not buying uh, your ebook on page number one, which is your squeeze page. Then you are selling them shoes on second page, selling them some fruits on third page. There is absolutely no connection for each of them, right? So you would not do, even when you are going physically to a supermarket, there is a logical sequence why each of those products are put in that way, right? So have you ever seen a supermarket where you have eatables beside pesticides, or your toilet cleaners and stuff like that? No, right? Because that's not the right sequencing. And similarly in your funnel as well, you have to put in the right products in the right pages, so that it just makes complete sense for the customer to go and understand that, yes, on the squeeze page I got something like this, on the OTO page or the sales page, this is exactly the next step that I probably would require after I've downloaded your ebook or watched a video or whatever was on the squeeze page. And then on the last OTO page or the upsell page, you are giving them something more valuable, which is exactly in connection to your squeeze page and the OTO page, which was page number 1 and 2. So this is how you have to offer your sequence. And only when you do this properly, your funnel will blow up your bank account, and you will make tons of money. So it is a win-win for you, win-win for your customer, and everyone is happy, right? So this is all about offer sequencing, and this is mission number 3 of week number 1. Hope you get some time to watch yesterday's class. Go back and see how you can create all the products which goes as a part of your offer, if you have not watched it from yesterday. So this week is really important, because this kind of gives you almost 90% of what you probably can do to blow up your business today. You can just take it to the next level, right? So go back and watch the video, and then please share any lessons that you have got from these. If you liked, what was your feedback? Anything that you want to share it, please go ahead. I would love to see your feedback on that, and I appreciate that. Good or bad, I'm absolutely open for anything. So just go ahead, watch the video from yesterday, because that's a continuation to what we have learned today. So I'll come back tomorrow with mission number 4. Till then, take care and have a great day.